Dangerous, a mama bear robbed of her cubs, or a fool acting on his emotion? I guess we'll find out. Proverbs 17:12 says, "Better to me a mama bear robbed of her cubs than a fool in his folly." Think about that. The Bible is telling us there's something more dangerous than a wild animal. When a mama bear loses her cubs, she's not thinking, she's reacting. She's filled with rage, and you don't want to be anywhere near her when she's angry. But Solomon says, a fool caught in his folly, someone refusing correction, someone reacting without wisdom, is worse. Because that person doesn't just destroy others, he destroys himself. I remember once seeing a video of a hiker who accidentally got between a mama bear and her cubs. The bear charged full speed, and the hiker barely made it out alive. That's what foolishness looks like, when it's out of control. Now imagine that same energy, but in a person's anger, pride, or gossip. That's what Solomon's warning us about. So here's the question. Are you learning to control your reactions? Or are you the one others have to run from when you lose control? Wisdom means stepping back before we explode, learning to pause before we say something we'll regret. So in conclusion, the word is saying strength without wisdom is just danger in disguise. So let's be the kind of man who fears God, not the kind who is feared by others. Proverbs 17:12 says, "Better to me a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly." This verse shows just how dangerous sin and rebellion really are. A fool in Scripture isn't someone who lacks intelligence. It's someone who rejects God's wisdom and chooses their own way instead. That kind of life leads to chaos and destruction. But here's the good news. Where the fool rejects wisdom, Jesus is wisdom, the wisdom of God. He stepped into the danger our foolishness created. At the cross, he took the harm our sin deserved. The fool causes harm, but Jesus bears it. The fool brings destruction, but Jesus brings life. The fool walks in pride, but Jesus humbled himself, becoming obedient to death on the cross. So Proverbs 17:12 reminds us how serious our sin is, but it also points to the one who saves us from it, Jesus Christ, the wisdom and power of God, who turns fools into followers and gives us a new way to live. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. Proverbs 17. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're blessed by that. Stay tuned for more videos. God bless you guys. Later.